This is a short video about how to use Google Docs, especially if you've not used Google Docs before. You might find that your teacher asks you to complete some work and then submit it back to the teacher for them to be able to look at. So if that's the case, the first thing I'm going to do is go to my computer. So looking at my computer, I'm going to open up a web browser. I'm going to use Google Chrome. Any web browser will do, but Google Chrome offers a few extra features that we might look at later. So opening up Google Chrome, all I need to do in order to be able to log in is just Google Gmail. And once we look at the top link of Gmail Google, I can then just log in using my usual email and password. What I have here is my emails. At the moment I've got no emails in here, but I expect that you'll have a few emails requesting work to be completed. But to use Google Docs, what I can do is click these Google Apps button up here. I've got three little dots. If I click this Google Apps button and click on Docs, then I'm able to choose to create a new blank document. There's other templates here I could use if I wanted to, but I'm just going to use a blank document. So I've clicked the plus, and here is my blank document. Now this behaves very similar to Microsoft Word. If we look at the icons along the top, I've got a back, a forward, a print, I've got a spell check, and I've got a format painter. I can modify my text with different styles, different font, different size, bold, italic, underline, and I can choose the text colour I'd like to write in. I've also got a highlighter if I wish to use a highlighter, and I can put a hyperlink in using this button here. If I wish to insert an image, I can use this button here and choose an image from my document just to put into my work. So this really is very similar to what you're used to with Microsoft Word. Now, if I'm going to write a document, I might want to save it, and I can just save it here, click in the top box, and I'm just going to save my document as British values. And all I have to do is just type in and put in any information that I want to in this document. So I'll come back to this later. It automatically saves as I go along, so everything is fine here. Now the reason I've used Google Chrome is that it does have a very nice feature. When we look in the tools here, I can use voice typing, and if I've got a microphone enabled on my computer, all I have to do is click the microphone to speak, and whatever I say will then appear on my document. So I'm going to click it now. British values. I've just clicked the microphone to stop it recording again, and with a little bit of formatting I can bold, underline, and complete the rest of my document. Obviously it saves as I go along. Now you might have to submit this back to your teacher. So if this is the case, what you can do is click the share button. Now you can use anybody in the West Norfolk directory to put a name in here. What I'm going to do when I do this is just blur out the name for a little bit of data protection, and I'm going to send my work to Mr. Dowse. So I'm just going to put his name into this box here, and when I see his email address I can just click his email address, and then just once that is done I can then just click the send button. So that's sent the work to Mr. Dowse for him to look at and to monitor what work I've been doing while I've been away from school. So that's an overview of how to use Docs in Google Docs. But if I just click back on this Docs home, what I'll be able to see is my document I've saved here, and if anyone shared a document with me it will appear in here as well. Now the other thing to be aware of here is if I go back to my Google Apps and click the little 9 dots, I've also got Sheets. So Google Sheets works just like Microsoft Excel, and again I can work in this and send a document back in Excel. And again, if I go back to the home section, I've also got a version of PowerPoint which is Google Slides, and again that behaves in a very similar way to Microsoft PowerPoint. I can open up a PowerPoint presentation, or I can save my Google Slides document here. So you've got all the information you now need in order to be able to use Google Docs, and hopefully you'll be able to successfully use that and send work back to your teacher. Best thing to do now is to give it a go and see how you get on.